Yo, what's up? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you are. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Bert. How are you doing?
Hi there. I'm fine. How are you guys?
Well,
Fine.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah. Okay. How are you, Jimmy? How are you, Jimmy?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Good.
We have some guests with us this evening. None other than Triggered Airsoft from the Netherlands with a special guest from overseas.
Haji.
Can you guys introduce yourself, please? Start off with Dennis.
Yeah, sure. My name is Goat, number 88, team cat for Triggered.
All right. Next.
Jij Vic.
Oh, you go.
Okay. My name is Mark. I'm number 29, playing for Triggered as well in the Snake. So a lot of you know,
And
some people.
I'm Hodgie. I'm captain of the 9th Legion, second team to Legion.
All right. Damon.
Hi, I'm Dimer, aka Wolf, number 24 of Team Triggered.
All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. How have you been doing this Corona days, this Corona time? Everything good?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
Because I noticed, like in the Netherlands, it's starting to get more loose now recently.
We're always loose, Jimmy. I mean,
Yeah.
when you use, we're actually a little bit looser. We try to stay loose, but actually we hope the people really thinks that it's time to coming out now. It's time to get it over. That's my opinion. I don't know if anyone disagree with what I'm saying now, but I think it's we had the worst things, and now everything is keeping there, and we were on time, and we didn't have the numbers that they had in England or in Italy, and I'm happy for that. But from the other side, I think a lot of people already had the disease, so it's time to make the immune thing stop, and everything about the second wave and the third wave, and we're gonna have stories like we till 2022 we have 7 lockdowns and that kind of things. I don't want to think about those things.
By the way, the chat is popping, guys. So there's a lot of people in here. Marek, Seppo, Reapers, Bruce, Thomas. We have Grey Gamer, Legion Tyson as well, Toboggan. I saw Junkie in here, Kenny, Aris. So TRG Aris, that's your teammate, huh?
Yeah, it's our founding member. Was the guy that started up the team.
Okay.
We already had the questions there.
I thought it was you, Dennis.
No, I was number 4 that came in.
Oh God.
And you oh man.
Okay, so we scrapped that question.
No. I think that's a good one to start with. I mean, yeah, we have Triggered. That's everybody know, guys. Triggered and Team Captain of Legion. Why did you invite Hodge in this stream?
Yeah,
guys?
what's the connection?
Well, basically, yeah, Hodge has been with us from like the first event where we got to share one of the old army tents. We're in the back with Legion.
Yeah.
So we had like a great connection, and Hodge always has great insight to share. So that's why we invited him over.
That's cool. You're welcome. Very welcome, Hodge. So how it's in England, my friend?
How is it now in England?
Yeah.
Well, with Boris Johnson doing the things he does, it's a little weird. We don't really know what's going on. Just everyone's plodding on as they can. Classic English way. Just head down, grind it out, see what happens.
Oh.
Not much more we can do, really.
Okay.
Indeed.
So maybe it's good of the questions that we're gonna ask is trigger focus, but sometimes we put some questions for Legion 2 in there too, so you can answer them.
Yeah.
So I think the first question where it is, but we already asked it. Okay, when, how did Trigger start? Who's gonna answer? Who's gonna give an answer on this question?
Well, I'll have a go at it then.
You're the only one who knows.
Yeah, that's true. Basically, we all started playing together, I think, over 3 years ago at a local field. And Aries and 2 other guys had the idea of joining the SpeakyB League when it got announced. So they asked me in, and after that, I basically got all the other dudes together, and we started building a team.
So it's actually started 3 years ago, and last year. So I mean, the last year, almost a year now. How did you came as a team to the first SpeakyB tournament in Bunde? I mean, was that team already completed, or did it had the same name?
No, at that point it was called Get Triggered, which were the
Yeah.
same initials as the local field we used to play, which was GT.
Yeah.
And I think we had like 6 players, so we had 1 spare. And a few of them left after, so we got a few new players in, like Skelterboy and Cringe joined in later.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since the second event of 2K19, it's been the same lineup, same guys.
Okay.
Since 2019. So since the start of SpeedQB, then actually.
Yeah, like the second event is when the team that's still playing now got together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So why did you change from Get Triggered to Triggered?
Well, first of all, I despised that name from the beginning. I just didn't like it at all. So when I took over the captain role, because we had a different captain at first, I went like, okay, guys, I got one thing to say. We're gonna change the name to Trigger, and we did.
Okay. Okay, because I remember that it was Get Triggered there, and then after that we did the second one, and then you said get out. So get out. So yeah, I remember that. Going back there, I mean, of the original team in last year in Bunde, how many members are still there from that team?
Basically all, but then Skelterboy and Cringe got added later, so they joined in the second event.
Okay, so actually they added, so everybody stayed as a group. And for you too, Hutch, I mean, I remember Legion. I mean, it was Legion 2 in that time. It was not the 9th Legion. It was Legion 2. So
yeah, originally we were just as the second team.
But there were some new guys I saw last time on the tournament there with you, or were it just the same guys there?
The first tournament that we played, the one at Bunde.
No, yeah. But the last one, there was some new guys there, or not?
Oh yeah. So we picked up. So there's Harry Lees, Harry 2.0, as he was being called on the field. And unfortunately, we lost Dan and Sean Flatters for the rest of the season. They wouldn't be able to play. So we're looking to bring a couple more. We had Al from Run and Gun, UK team that were drafted in to come and play for us as well. Just trying to keep that player base of 5 players for the entire season, really. So being not technically in our second team, we're now our own team, but having a lower player base, we were just trying to find enough players to make sure we could hit the entire season.
I like the fact that they changed it to 9th Legion. I like the fact that it's not, second team, but just another name. I like it. It's cool.
Yeah. A lot of the lads in the team, we kind of grew into our own identity. Instead of being just subs for the first team, we started to grow as our own team. And it was after a long kind of conversation after one of the games. I think it was after Saturday one night. Sat down with Kyle at the lodge, and we had a long talk about the teams. And that's kind of when we decided it needs to be its own thing. So
yeah, and I think it's a good idea. That was a good decision. I think I agree with Jimmy. So if you see like Legion is already actually in sports in paintball sports, it was a lot of you guys already played paintball, but I mean, Triggered, this is your first competition sport that you ever did with airsoft or not?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for everybody. So nobody did any target shooting or that kind of things, or the rest before was only skirmish, or?
Yeah, only skirmish for me.
Yeah.
Skirmish too.
Good.
Right.
Okay.
So let's pick one member to focus on, because I have a team picture here. I see it's from somewhere in a tent.
Yeah, it's from Bunde.
That's from Bunde. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
First one.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Event,
Guys, that's next week, the 25th. That's a year.
That's a year ago, indeed.
In 10 days, yeah. And
it
feels like 3 years.
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah.
I have another picture here. That's a team hug. I put that in there because I wrote, the quote said, we're not only team members, but we're family. If I can remember that. I looked it up.
Something similar, yeah.
Correct me. I'm not sure about what I remember that it said family, so that's why I took this picture here. But it's a cool photo to see, like, that you're friends.
If you write something like that, I mean, it's you guys came from the Skirm world too. I mean, what is it different as a team playing in Speaky B or as a Skirm? Do you feel as there is a difference as a team?
Yeah,
Well,
we
it
can
might-
finally play together.
yeah, exactly.
But I mean, you played together before when you were a Skirm, like a skirmish team. You played together too. But I mean, you got more connection now with the Speak B team or not? Is that the same or is it not the same?
I think it's stronger now.
Yeah.
Because before
stronger.
when we did the skirmishes, we would like I said 90% of the time would get matched against each other. So they would like, all right, there's 3 of you in this team, 3 of you in the other team. You can't play along as one team, so you have to go against each other.
Mhm.
And when we started playing Speaky B, it was like, how do I put it? You start training together, you start working together more. So you still shoot each other in training, but it's a way different than before with skirmishes.
Mm-hmm. So Wolf, what made you decided to go to Speaker B? What was that? What was your initiative to say, okay, this is my sport?
Well, I don't know. I just they asked me. I like it, so I just went in.
It's
It's as
okay.
easy as
It's,
that.
it's just easy as that. But a lot of people, yeah, that's the new shirt you showed there. That's the shirt for this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Crazy shirt. Crazy
Yeah,
shirt.
that's why
Who
I
did the
took it.
design?
It's so it looks so good. Yeah.
Who did the design?
HK Army did.
Yeah.
HK Army?
It's a
Yeah,
basic
cool.
design
It's
from HK Army, yeah. Because Reapers have the
Okay.
same design, I think. Yeah.
No, it's a bit different.
It's different.
It's different. Yeah.
It's blue.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
know.
but I mean,
no, but I mean. Yeah,
it's
no,
a different
but-
design. They have like
yeah,
the stripes on the belly, etc. that we have.
Yeah.
But like our entire back part and the red logos on the side is all being custom designed.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like it. It looks nice with the colors and stuff as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good shirt.
it has a goat on the back.
Does it?
So let
Really?
Look at the back side. Yeah, it looks like a
What?
goat.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you see it.
Wow. Okay. Yep.
But that's geluk hebben.
That wasn't intentional. Yeah, it wasn't intentional.
But that was so it's from the other side. Let's get into the guys. I mean, Hutch, what is your position? You're playing for the 9th Legion. What is your position? Where are you playing on the field?
On the field,
Yeah.
So I technically what everyone was saying last tournament was I love the Dorito and I'm a Dorito player.
Uh-huh.
The reality is I'm a free player. I can go anywhere and I will go anywhere just depending on what happens off the break. But kind of a class me as like Kyle level 100 boss. I'm level 10 noob.
Oh,
Kyle.
come on.
So it's that I'm
Yeah.
trying to do what he does,
Yeah.
just not as good as him yet.
I like that commitment from all the guys from Legion, that commitment to Kyle. I mean, he's your hero, and I love that. I mean, that's a real commitment. You follow him, and but he's
between him and Tyson being the coaches, it's just unreal the information they can give us and how quickly we can learn it from them. But as far as watching Kyle just clutch through a game in the middle of the field, it boggles the mind to figure out how he does it.
And what
Difficult to understand.
What position do you prefer then?
Midfield, I guess you'd call it.
Mm-hmm.
So clutch position. So off the break to the 30-40 yard line, and then try and push through the middle towards the end.
Yep.
Okay.
You can see here on the picture you start in the middle here, huh? Two on the left, two
Yeah.
on the right. So
It's then so I can go left, right, forward, wherever I need to go. Normally most teams will put their flag runner in the middle, but I find it's a little easier for the team and myself, just for positioning, for me to go in the middle on most of the plays. Depends on what the others are doing. We look at the wall, we see what the Breakout's doing, and make an assessment at the weapon call as to exactly what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that may change. Or not weapon call, sorry, the 10-second call, make our final judgment of what we're going to do, and then positions might flip.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
normally I'd say midfield.
Skelterboy, your position.
I'm currently playing for the Snake, but it's most of the time if I can get into the Snake, I will go. Or if I stay back and there is someone falling out on one of the bricks on the temples or somewhere else, I can fill in there. So I'm basically a floater, but most of the time I go into the Snake.
Okay. Wolf, and your position?
Most of the time I play back, but if it needs to be, I go in front. But mostly back.
But back Doritos or really back the
bunker.
cans or
At this moment, they do back center.
back center?
So
Okay.
the home,
The
home base, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
And then it's you or Goat.
I'm mainly a brick player on the snake side, so basically I'm responsible for making sure Skeleton Boy reaches the snake without getting shot.
So it's and it's working.
Well,
Yeah, it is.
if you look at last tournament in February, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you
that
did
because
well.
that's a good thing. Because I
Yeah.
mentioned Triggered the last times I mentioned them because you are really an example for me, like guys who started and love the sport. And I never forget the 25th of May last year.
I'll show
The
it.
26th, actually it was the 26th, and you guys were last place. And
Yeah.
and but you stay motivated, and I saw the hunger in your eyes from, okay guys, we have to get out of it, we have to come up, we have to get there, and the commitment in there. And then after that we went further, and then you really saw that you start growing with the end position of last year. I think it was the 6th or the 7th place.
7th place here.
From
yeah.
7th place, so coming from the last place working up to the 7th place, I mean that's
It's a huge
commitment,
jump.
and
It's a good jump.
getting there. Yeah, it's a huge jump. I mean that is something that when as a team, and that's what I really love from the guys from Hazard too. I mean, those guys, stay positive, they go for it, and they really want to go for this sport. You see, they love the sport, but the commitment. And when was that thing in the quick change in the team to say, okay, guys, this needs structure. This is what we have to do. Who took the lead? Because after that tournament, you knew what was wrong and what was not wrong. So who took the lead? Who started that?
After the first tournament, I took over as team captain.
Yeah.
Which is also when I brought in Cringe and Skeleton Boy, which were really seasoned players. They were really good on the field, but Skeleton Boy in particular had a bit of a how do I put it?
A temper.
He had some issues. He had a bit of a temper at first. So I made like arrangements with him, going like, all right, I don't want you to get kicked off training. I want you to be able to play on every field. Make sure you got all your things settled. And when we brought them in, they were a great addition to the team, and everything started changing. We started climbing, started working together more as a team instead of individual players. Because in Bunde, we had no idea what we were doing. We would just go in and go like, all right, it's PKB. We've seen the videos. Let's go do this ourselves.
Yeah.
And we literally had no idea what we were doing. But Skeleton Boy is a great tactician. He's been following the NXL for over 10 years. So he started bringing in tactics, working together, training the team. So he's like a snake player and coach in one. And that's what really made a huge turn for us.
Yeah, I mean, if you really see, I mean, for every team, if you ask what was a hard competitor in the last tournaments, a lot of people say Triggered, because you're a very defense / upcoming team with a lot of pressure fire. I mean, passing those BBs, getting through the 50, that's a lot of work to reach. And I mean, that's my vision. If I do the analytics on Team Triggered, I think you're a very defensive team, but with a very smart offensive final. So you really try to kill the breakout of your opponent, to kill that breakout, and with the breakout finish as much people as you can, and then with the most important people, you put the lanes there, you put the lane there. I think you're the biggest sponsors of the BB company that there is, but that's something that makes Triggered so hard to play against, I think. And if you see that difference, that's only a compliment from me to you guys. That if you see where you guys started and where you ended till now,
works,
I mean,
they're doing something that works.
It works.
Yeah, because you can see.
And there's only one guy. There's only one guy who's trying to peek out, and try to that, and he overviews the field. When he's get out, then they have to lean back on their defense, and then they have to come through. But there's one guy who's going through, and he overviews the field, and then they're related on that guy, and that's really good. And I think it's you, Skeleton Boy. It's when you are at this at the snake, you try to give an overview from out the snake if you're there to your back players. So, but that's my vision. How I see it is that you can coordinate the guys where they have to get some people out of the field or not out of the. Is that? I mean, that's cool. That's really hard. I mean, everybody talks about offensive team is very good, but a good defense team is really nice to. It's really nice.
Well, what I think is we have a really good back line. We are defensive, but if we see an opportunity to go in somewhere, we go for it. It's
Yeah.
not only one guy. No, the whole team knows if someone is going there, the whole field is moving, and I think that's the most hard thing to fight against. If one guy is rushing, it's very easy for the other 5 to shoot him out.
Mm-hmm.
But if everyone is moving, you have to pick one guy that's the most important key figure in the team. Then,
Yeah.
And to shoot that one out is very hard if everyone is moving.
I think it's I think you're one of the teams who are not start with the breakout. You're mostly not running for the flag and mostly stay back, and because the flag is not your first, was not your first focus priority. Is that correct?
Since last the layout of this year, yeah, it was with the rules of 50 points and it's high above the ground. It's very hard to get it. So if you want to get it, the other team has to make a move and come up and has to come down. So that's a lot of opportunity to shoot them out, or just throw someone into the center cross and let him wait there.
No.
Yeah, the sacrifice. But most of the times you see the other teams, because it's so hard, they also gonna play defensive. So you don't have to rush it.
So what do you think, Hodge, to play against the guys of Triggered? I mean,
for me, I class them as a tempo team. I don't know if that term means much to many people. It comes from Magic the Gathering, but it means a team that they can start what on the face of it looks slow, and you would class it as defensive, and at a split second they can just turn it up to full speed, and all of them go to full speed at once, and they go from slow to fast, and you never know when that moment comes. It can be on the moment of you lose a player, or they gain a position on you and gain on the line of sight. At any moment, they go from slow to fast. Like they've got 2 gears, and they can just switch whenever they want. And that makes it hard to judge when the attack comes. So then it's hard to prepare for it.
I always say
it's a good analogy.
Yeah, because it's always like for a lot of teams, it's not easy to make that decision. Okay, I'm going in defense against defense, or I go in offense against defense. So that's a hard decision, and I think that makes, and that's a good thing about them now. How I saw them play last time is like the first 20 seconds of their breakout is very important. How they go through the next the rest of the match, but you really see that they are very patient. They are very patient to wait for that flag. If they don't have the flag, they have the patience to keep that. But you have to come out of that hole. You know, it's like the fox has to come out of that hole, and they play that game very well. And that's what I'm trying to explain for where we started, where you guys started, and where you are now. That's making improvements in as a team that's only 1 year old in a league. Yeah, I mean, and
improvement is unseen.
Yeah,
really.
And
Never
that's
seen anyone improve that fast.
Yeah, that's true.
Tyson said it in the chat. He thinks Triggered is the most like advancing team like now in the league, like the most who progressed the most. So it's I think you're doing fine. I showed you the ranking of your first first tournament here of 2020. Sadly, the last though, but you started off with the 7th place. That's where you stopped last year. So that's a big improvement, because if you do the same jump you did from last place to 7th, and you do it from 7th to I don't know where, well, you'll get there, ain't it? So
but I mean, this is going to be it's just a pity now that we have the coronavirus now, because
there's going to be a restart.
There's going to be a restart, but we already missed almost 3 tournaments, and we're going to miss them.
But
it's but even there, you have to train again. Everything has to start again, because all the tactics, everything has changed, and it's it's a pity. So I'm really looking forward till the doors are open, and then we have to see how we can manage the way of how we can play, how we do it with international teams or not international teams. But yeah, that's my vision, guys, and I think keep it up that road, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's gonna have to bite in that apple to get
Yeah.
to hang that flag on your side. So so that's my vision.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have some questions, Jimmy?
Well, I wanted to start off with like going individually because I have some questions and some pictures from each one of you individually. And let's start off with Hodge because he's the outsider here. He's from the land far
Hodgie.
away. And I've read that you're not like, you don't like the sea, which is strange because I see you more here than I see you in your home country. But this is the first picture. It's a cool
I know that
picture. That's
one.
why I picked it. So
I
where
look like
was
a
it?
Wallace
Was it?
and Gromit animation.
Yeah. Is this back in the UK or?
This was on the ferry,
Yeah.
on the way to on the way to the first event of this year.
Yeah.
That was on the way out there.
Yeah. I called the picture
drunk?
the bearded sea
Yeah.
traveler. The bearded sea traveler.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah,
not drunk,
I wasn't feeling
Hodge?
too well. I was drunk and I was feeling bad.
No, because you said like you don't like the sea or something, but you still have to do it to play Speak QB.
I get really bad seasickness, but sometimes if I'm driving my car over and I'm bringing the lads and stuff, I'm jumping on the ferry. I don't care if it's 18 hours of feeling sick. I'm bringing the lads no matter what.
Yeah, that's commitment, man. And then I couldn't.
They keep me happy.
Yeah, like I said, because your Instagram wasn't that filled with pictures, so I had to pick and choose. But
you have pills for that, Hodge.
Much.
You have pills for that. Please take the pills next time. I mean, you have
pills for seasickness.
I took the pills for seasickness. They didn't do anything.
Oh, we're not good. I'm gonna give you some pills. They're gonna work. Trust me.
Yeah, Luke gave me them last time. Probably vegan and they didn't work.
Do you throw up a lot?
Yeah, when you're seasick.
Wow.
Throw up. I didn't actually throw up.
See?
Okay.
Oh. You can see a picture here of your vape machine because is that a passion of yours or?
Yeah, so I've been vaping since I don't know 11 years now. I think 11 years since the very first came out. The very first cigarette things, I tried them, and I got into the industry pretty heavily. Ended up owning a shop, like opening a shop and everything, and then. That post specifically was just of a mod that I bought from a guy in America that manufactures them. 750 quid.
What?
I only paid 300. Okay, it's supposed to be 750 quid, but I was just posting that for like a bit of Instagram, like the hand checking for the shop kind of thing.
But it's definitely a part of your life then, vaping.
Oh, yeah, a huge part of my life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
I mean, you have to pay. I mean, you pay 750 quid normally, but you only pay 300. But why? It sucks slower or it sucks longer? You get.
No.
Well, I really don't see that too. No, look at
this is it now.
It's just
pretty bad.
Beautifully pieced machinery. Just a beautifully thing. Yeah.
It's like the size of cloud, but all the metal it's made out of, all of the leftover material from making the Eurofighter. Used to manufacture these, and then they only made, I think, 8 of this version. So it's kind of a rare collector's item more than anything.
So there's a story behind it. Okay, that's cool. That's good. That's.
There's a picture.
I did recently send one over to a goat, a very rare one as well, as a little present for helping get through this Corona stuff.
Okay, so you're all vaping. You're all vapors, aren't you? I mean, everybody's vaping.
No.
Yeah. No, you're not.
I'm a regular old smoker.
You're still smoking? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I quit that 10 years ago, so I never start vaping. I mean, there are some smoke machines running around that field sometimes. I mean, it's like your brother Jimmy, Kenny too. I mean, that's a.
I vape as well.
Good.
Yeah, but yeah, it's fun.
There's the loadout.
So this is a picture with a backstory behind it, Hodge, and I think you can say it best. So can you explain when this was and what did it do for you?
Okay, so that picture was taken in October 2018, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was taken somewhere in Nottingham, a paintball field in Nottingham, and it was me actually trying out for Legion for the first time.
Yep.
So they'd put a post up on Instagram saying they were doing a 10v10 tournament tryout for Sup Airfields to give it a go. So I just posted a comment saying, "Oh, it's cool you're doing tryouts. Shame I live on the other side of the country, can't come, whatever." Tyson messaged me back saying, "Come down, see what we can figure out." You know. So I went down, played half a day. After half a day, Kyle comes up to me. What are your commitments? I'm like, nothing. 3 weekends, work during the week. He's like, right, you're on the team.
Yeah. So it was your tryout.
Okay, bit of a shock. So that was after I'd finished my tryout. I put all my stuff, take a nice little picture, and that was the last time my gear looked like that. Because that was my what do you call it? CQB gear.
Yeah.
Because I was a full CQB player before that.
Well, but you still have that stuff.
The body of so the rifle Tyson has that now. That's what HPA is, and the pistol I think is all in parts in a box because I've upgraded everything.
Because you're going to use it maybe in the future when you come play SpeakerB on the next fields next to us. We're going to get some nice SpeakerB stuff for you there, so maybe you can use it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I've still got as much as I don't like to admit it. I still have the plate carrier pouches, all the radio. I have everything to play SpeakerB.
Yeah, everybody plays. Yeah.
It's what most of us in the UK grew up that got into this. If you didn't play paintball, it was CQB that led you to this sport. So,
all right,
cool.
Well, that's all I had from you, Hodge. I noticed that our friend Wolf disconnected.
Yeah, Mendai.
Yeah, I think we lost him there.
Yeah. Well, if he comes back, I'll put him back on here. But let's move over to Goatee Boy here, Goatee Boy. So, by the way, why the nickname?
Well, the beard speaks for itself.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the picture with the mask on, you still see the goatee sticking out from beneath. And I also got a tattoo of a goat on my shin.
Ah, okay. And
so
was that after, like before Airsoft or after? Or?
No, it was before I got the name.
Oh, okay. Because the next photo I got from you, let's see. It's called Bunker Boy. Well, I called it Bunker Boy because it's the back thing where you were playing. But it's a cool action shot. I think this one is taken from the last tournament.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I recognize that gun. I mean, that green was really touch. That was cool.
I think someone of Legion played with that gun.
Yeah, on multiple occasions they did. Yeah.
And did he broke it? Was this the gun that he broke?
Well, the last event they broke their gun.
Yeah.
And I have another one of those with like it's a green but with like black tiger striping on it.
Yeah.
Which at the time was an AEG, which I lent to Legion, and then it came back like completely filled up with sand, and it stopped working, and it jammed the battery in the stock, and I couldn't get the battery out anymore. So we just went at it with a hacksaw, and that's converted to HPA now as well.
Okay.
So it was a bit of an investment to get it running again, but now I got 2 HPA rifles, with credits to the Legion guys.
So next time.
There's a cool action shot of you that I picked off your Instagram. And I think this is during a training, but it's surrounding the plexiglass, and it's versus. Is it? I cannot see who it is. I'm doubting Reapers.
No, that was my favorite moment of the last event.
7 Sins.
Oh, 7 Sins.
It was against MLP.
MLP. See,
MLP. Yeah,
it
MLP.
Looks
Yeah,
the same.
MLP.
Yeah.
So basically, we lost I was our last guy, and I was in a 2v1 clutch. And I took out their tower player, and then the guy that I shot in this picture was crawling around, so I ran from my back brick up towards him, won the 1v1, planted the flag, and ended up winning the game.
All right. How do you like the plexiglass in the new field?
Well, in this occasion, it helped quite a lot because I was able to see him throughout running the field. But normally it's on the opposite side of the field, so I don't really bother too much with it.
All right. What do you think about the plexiglass Skelter?
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the meaning
I hate
of it.
And why?
That's the meaning of it. Every fucking bunker. You have to hate every fucking bunker.
No, I love the snake. I love it, but that bunker, I hate it. No, because when someone's behind it, and you can see him. So that's very frustrating. And most of the people are running a light, so they're constantly shining in your face, and it's so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I hate it.
That's the reason why I love it, my friend. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. What about Wolf? Do you like the plexiglass? Wow, Wolfie.
Well,
Oh,
I got some mixed feelings about.
Disconnect.
yeah,
Interesting.
his
Kinda
feelings
like
are
it, I
really
just like
mixed.
Where is he living? Schiermonnikoog?
We
Westland.
cannot. We
No,
cannot. we
Westland,
did not
Westland.
hear your response, Wolf. I
He's
think-
got mixed
Yeah,
emotions.
he's
about it,
having some
he said,
trouble.
something like that.
Let's move on with with Goat here. So Goat, next picture is.
No, wait, because I know somebody who
Oh.
played on that plexiglass more than once, and I was Hutch. What do you think about the plexiglass, Hutch? And now you're gone too.
Yeah, your sound is
No,
gone.
Your sound is gone. Your sound. No more sound. No more sound. Heb jij hem gemute of zo?
Nee, nee. Hello?
No, we don't hear you
nothing,
anymore.
Nothing.
It's gone. And Wolf is
there
gone
goes-
too.
And Wolf is gone too.
What's going on?
Well, this
Is
is
the
going
internet breaking? I think the internet is
What's
breaking.
going?
Horch, you muted
Breakdown.
yourself. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
you
I can
have
see
to-
a little muted microphone on there, so
Oh.
he muted himself.
Okay, let's
No, he-
let's regroup a
There he
little
went.
bit. We'll wait for everyone to get back now, because I have to change the screens when they do.
No, but I
Oh,
mean,
not there.
I mean, it's the plexiglass. I really knew that is going to be a pain in the ass for a lot of people, and that's going to be a very tactical position in the field and a very important bunker. So, and it was the meaning that people going to hate it. And Hutch, you played. I saw you a few times behind the plexiglass. What did you think about the plexiglass?
I think it's interesting position. It's good for getting there, seeing where everyone is, telling your teammates what's going on. But the main advantage I think that position has is being able to stop someone jumping for the flag and killing the brick before the snake. So the very first brick against the wall. If someone gets in there, getting to the plexi is a good way to kill out that guy.
Yeah,
A good way to break open the game.
Yeah, it's a hard
But
spot,
I think
that
it's
brick.
being see-through, really important.
Mm-hmm. So see, you
Next
have
pic-
haters.
next picture.
You have haters and lovers. I don't know
Yeah.
if people are gonna hate on the next picture because it brings color to your life, and it's something that was really cool. So, yeah, are those all yours?
Yeah.
Goat?
Yeah, so basically the blue one is mine.
Okay.
The red one is owned by Hefe, and the green one is from Wolf.
Okay.
And we basically went with similar builds, bit of a Power Ranger style going on there.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, it looks cool. It looks cool. So.
You stole my color.
Sorry, man.
You stole it.
And then we know of all the pictures. I see some good pictures, and we know she's always there. I'm gonna. So next photo is of also a member of Triggered, because I think you incorporated her in taking pictures, but she plays as well, huh?
Well, she joins in trainings, and she used to play a lot of skirmishes. Haven't played on a Speaker field yet, but she is one of our how do I put it, backup players. So in case of an emergency, she can always step in.
Yeah, yeah, and she takes good pictures, huh? She makes up for that.
Yeah,
because
she's a photographer as well. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
She always asks me. And the first time and the second, always mails me and says, "Can I? Is it allowed that I'm staying there? Is it allowed to there?" And sometimes I couldn't say that, like in Rotterdam, at DreamHack. There was not a lot of chance to there, but she's really a committed team member in with heart and soul in there. Yeah, she is.
yeah,
And she's really taking care of the boys. Trust me, she's really taking care of the boys on every side.
Lucky
Yeah,
you
she always
got her.
boxed me with it. Like, I think 6 weeks in advance, she goes like, "Babe, did you emo bird yet? I want to know if I can take pictures this time. Am I allowed to?" She's always like considerate.
It's good,
yeah.
because it's important to have good pictures and good stuff that you can promote on your Instagram or whatever you want to do with it. So it's always good. She's a good member
so-
of Triggered.
I mean, there's an opportunity. I just see it live. I mean, Hutch, you're still searching for some members because I just read that Rex is for sale. Actually, they want to get rid of him, and
Yeah,
this
for
is
wet
something.
toast. I saw
Yeah,
for wet
Is it-
toast and
Rex is for sale.
yeah.
$5.
I'll
They-
take
they-
that cute ass as a flag runner, yeah.
Yeah, $5 is the highest bid on this one. I mean, is he worth more than that, or?
$5.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think the wet toast was a pretty good one.
Yeah, you can raise it with a not grantable.
That's a good
Next pick.
race. Yeah.
Yeah, next one.
All right. So that was it for you, Goat. So some cool
Thank you.
pictures here. And then we'll go to Skelter. Skelter boy. So first picture of you is a cool one because there was some photoshopping involved here as well.
No, it was not really Photoshop. It was all my cell phone. So I was bored one day at work, and I saw the photo. I think, okay, I can make the background black and the blue lens blue, and the red coming out, and the rest is all black and gray. So
Yeah,
it was pure. It was out bored of them
looks
on my
really
work.
cool.
So
Yep.
I had to do something.
Cool picky.
Yeah. And then we have this one. I think this is the Speedball tournament of the Reapers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our boys.
We were there
Yeah.
as well. Me and Bert was there as well then.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
first time we play it since we were on a team. So it was our first time on the field by the Reapers. And I loved it there. I also love the bunkers over there. And I think a soft bunker, I like it more than a hard bunker. So
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Soft
dig into
guys,
it.
soft guys, my friend. Soft. They
A little bit soft on the inside.
No, but it was a really good tournament. But the
Yeah.
soft bunker, to me, it makes it a little bit more problematic because a lot of remember some people
It's too
slid
painful.
into it and it just fell. I don't know what happened. It fell over and stuff like this. So it's cool, but it's not practical in my opinion. I think.
And it's just speedball. It's paintball, and I
Yeah.
think you need to keep that difference
Mhm,
very
mhm.
hard.
Yep,
So
yep.
and it's not bad. I mean, I'm not against paintball. Don't misunderstand me because I watch a lot of paintball, but it's Speaker B is completely different. And
Mhm.
but I understand what you're saying. So people they prefer it, but I think in airsoft it doesn't have any functional way. The soft bunkers.
Mhm. So
What do you
then-
think as Hutch as a paintballer? I mean, you're the only one I see that smart. Say nothing.
I don't know. I train with sub air bunkers for speed QB.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
that I flip from soft bunker to hard bunker for tournaments and train on soft bunkers. So I don't know for playing tournaments on soft bunkers. I don't know how it affects it. And then outside in the wind, they move, and you can jostle them. You can jab your gun in the side and squash yourself in, and the bounce shots might be a little bit worse as well. You might have more issues with that, but I kind of like both. I like the hard bunkers because I love being able to push against them and they're not move, and but I like the soft bunkers because I can move them. So
you can
but I think
manipulate
you're right,
them.
is in like
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But there was a halfway between at the NABV event where we had the framed bunkers
Yeah, the
with
flag.
soft.
Yeah, it's so
Those are
cool.
Cover?
perfect.
So that's kind of like a halfway between. I think that kind of felt good, but I don't know how viable that is.
Yeah, it's the
Always
pop-up
making you
the
wonder
pop-up
like that.
things you liked, like the pop-up bunkers with the iron frame and then the stretched, what is it, flag material? Yeah, like sign material
Yeah.
over there. Okay, let's see. I have a picture of you, Skelter Boy, saying "This is my house." It's a cool, it's a cool action
Oh
shot.
man,
It's time for the one.
I remember that one. I had to give a I had to give a penalty for that. And after that, Dennis came to me and he said, "I think he was a little bit wrong over here." But he was moving that whole. Was that against the Reapers or was that against?
no.
No,
Um,
Terra
I don't
Knights.
know.
Terra Knights.
Terra Knights. Yeah, the Terra
Terra
Knights.
Knights.
I tried
Yeah,
to
what-
defend it by going like, yeah, he fell, but it didn't really work.
he didn't fall. He jumped. But it's a cool
That was a-
picture.
No,
It's a
it
cool
was,
picture.
I was in the snake, and the rest of the team was pushing up on the left side of the field, and I heard Brick Snake, the insert snake, and I saw a little bit of his muzzle sticking out. So I was like, I can go around it, but I also want to kind of go over the top.
And this is
Yeah.
definitely not a blind fire. That's true.
No, it's not a
It's
blind
not a
fire.
blind
The ref
fire,
said
no.
at first.
Uh.
The ref said at
You can
first,
see.
it was a blind fire, and I said, how can it be a blind fire if I see him and I shoot him on the head? So,
Yeah.
and then it was, yeah, you can't go over bunkers. So, okay, better than a blind fire then.
I mean, in this picture, it's already tipping over as well. So
Yeah. I think he got
the
hit by
penalty,
the bunker first.
the penalty was not for blind firing. Penalty was
No.
for the penalty was for jumping over bunkers.
Yeah.
I mean, or raping the bunkers or something like that. So
Yeah, it's not the first time people get penalized for jumping over stuff. It happens.
yeah, of course. On DreamHack, it's like CKB Junkie says on DreamHack, SYG gave we gave a penalty to SYG too, jumping over the bunkers. So it's not allowed. But that's a cool shot. That's a cool shot.
And
That's
yeah, it's a cool picture. It's I think this one is a keeper.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have a reputation for killing the bunkers as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna screw them against the wall and then.
Yeah.
Well, you remember the flag wrap in which Cringe went straight through the cross.
Oh, he bumped so
That
hard,
The
towards
slide against Rocket, he just slid completely through the bunker. And the complete
Yeah.
tarp got torn off.
The whole side was off.
Yeah.
He broke his gun.
That means, Bert,
Yeah, yeah.
next time we're gonna put some glue in front of the X in the middle.
If there is one thing where I'm very sure of, like the crosses, they can't move the crosses that easy.
No,
And,
no, not now. But no.
Yeah, but on the DreamHack, I mean, those things were too light
Yeah, pop-ups,
for that. But
Uh,
yeah,
and then Skelter
What?
Boy.
next picture.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. What?
Yeah,
What?
well, next picture.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
one. That's
So I think Skelter Boy. I called it figurine skating, but it's called different. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's an old one.
Is it a hobby
before
of
I
yours?
played, I was playing ice hockey for my when I was like 8 till when I was 19 or something like that.
cool.
First division and higher up. So yeah, it's an old picture of me just enjoying. I was talking shit to someone and he got a penalty by the ref. So it was my fault he got a penalty and that's why I was laughing like that. And I think it was a
sneaky,
nice
sneaky.
picture for that.
But it's a cool picture and it's a cool sport as well. Huh? It's
Thank you.
yeah, it's not that popular in where we're from,
No.
Belgium, Holland.
No,
No,
and
it's
stuff.
also very expensive.
Mm.
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
I was in Canada and I was invited to an ice hockey game and that's entertainment, guys. When you're in a hockey stadium where things runs around like all the viewers, that's something. If we can achieve that for the viewers watching Speaker B, if we can achieve what ice hockey achieves for their viewers, that's amazing. That's amazing. I love the sport.
Maybe an
I love
ice
it too.
hockey arena is the perfect place to put a Speed KB field in the middle.
Definitely.
Just keep the ice.
Yeah. The only thing.
Just
The only
keep
thing.
the ice.
Ice QB.
Ice
So it's
oh my god!
Get us on skate.
It's born. It's born today on May
The only
15,
thing-
guys. 2020.
the only
write
thing
it
that
down.
the only thing that we have to do is get insurance for a lot of money because all those
Well, they
TV
can wear-
screens and screens up there.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
They get
Trust me.
hitting up with bucks. So
Yeah, but trust me, all the PKB players are not. They can't aim, so they start shooting in the air. So I'm not taking that risk. I'm not taking it.
Well, that was it for you. That was it for you,
sometimes it
Skelter
survives a
Boy.
puck, sometimes not. So
Oh man, don't start with that. I never forget. I never forget the things in DreamHack where people really get nervous and they say, okay, how do you do? But somebody came and watched, and they saw they really saw it in Bunde or in Helena Vena was, and we were just building it on the first tournament when people started, and it's at the breakout, and the gun is like that on the breakout, and a feet weapon and go, and then really they start like. So all the lamps, you see all the BBs flying against something, and I think, why? So why not? So no, it's and then you're aiming. Yeah, but okay, that's why a
I
lot
remember
of
we
people
said
shoot.
that the lamps will be okay. The lamps will be okay, but
Oh my gosh, it's like, yeah, good. Next picture, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, that was it for Skelter Boy. So now we move over to Wolf. Wolf, can you hear us, by the way?
I can hear you.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you hear me?
Okay, it's perfect. Yeah, that's good.
No.
That's good. First
Good.
picture. By the way, I got them from Dennis. So Dennis sent me these pictures. I think this is I think this is taken somewhere in Bunde or maybe at the Reapers.
No,
thing.
it was by the Reapers. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a cool mask you're wearing. Which one is it? Is it Die I5? I think.
Yeah, that I5.
Yeah, the lemon.
Lemon. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Lime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lime.
It's
Yeah.
a cool one.
Lime green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have a action picture. Wolf on his knees. So you're playing the is it the home
Center. Yeah, the home.
Yeah, it's the center, back center, home.
Yeah.
What
Is that
gunner? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I mean that position.
Sorry?
I mean, if you see that position, the home position. I mean, that's a very significant position as I don't know if it's a defender, but it takes the overview. But if I see that, that's the smallest, the smallest bunker we have actually. If you stand right up, so. But the good thing is you see everything, but they can hit you easier than on a big Dorito. So how's that feeling? Why that? Why is that?
Small though, but yeah, what was said, you can see everything. Well, mostly everything. So someone needs to be there to overview the field.
Yeah,
But
that's true. Yeah.
it's the same as Kyle. Kyle is using that, and they go in very quick. They watch out. They see the top, and then they go back down. So you have more cover on that one. But that's the hard bunker. I mean, I couldn't play there. If I was playing there, I couldn't play there. I'm too nervous for that, I think. Hodge, what do you think?
You have to be a good peak and like snap shooting player to be able to play in there and stay alive.
Yeah.
It's great, as you say, for overview and for being able to give information across from one side of the field to the other. But to stay alive, you have to be a really good snapshot. You can't just sit out and just watch because everyone can look out and see you. So it's an important position, but it's hard to play. You only get generally the more skilled in spatial awareness of the body and what's going on players sit in them bunkers generally.
Yeah, it's the kind of like snap pre-fire, huh? Like you already aim and then peek and just shoot and you pre-aim.
You already know where they are. You've already aimed and just.
No.
Exactly what he's doing in that picture. He's lined up. You can see he's just leant out for the shot and he's about to go back in.
Yeah. Then we have a cool picture of you grabbing the flag here. I don't know when this was taken. Like, I mean, like, was it like when everyone was killed? Can you remember?
I don't remember it.
I think that has to be an easy grab. I mean, this really looks like you go for. I think everybody was already. Sorry?
But it was probably at the last seconds.
Yeah.
Isn't that against Chaos, the game?
I don't know, you guys. I don't know. For me, it's not recognizable who play against. But it's cool to see like a picture with grabbing the flag. It looks like this is a moment, so you never know. But probably there was no one left, or maybe one not paying attention. Could be. Rex maybe still sitting in the cross on the other side, so you never know.
So what do you thought about the flag hanging, guys? I mean, this question is for all of you. I mean, what do you thought about the flag not lying in the cross but hanging? Okay, I pointed out Skelter Boy.
I think it's a lot harder to get the flag when it's hanging, and I like that one.
Shit, you like it.
But the 50 points for only the flag grab is too much, because when you have a team that is much better in, let's say, late game or shooting out the opponent, and they only have to do is grab the flag and shoot.
We changed that. We changed that. You know that. You know
yeah, I know. That was the only thing I didn't like about the flag. But when it's hanging, I like it a lot more. Because you have another opportunity to shoot someone out if he have to grab the flag.
Yeah, it's a risk.
And
eh?
you,
I
Hutch?
like it.
And for you, Hutch?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Skeletal Boys that it was only the points thing that was the issue at first, but the idea of it being hung, love it. Like, absolutely love that being in there because it adds that extra risk, that extra moment of tension that you have to wait for that moment coming. So it adds an extra dimension to the game as far as the flag. And now the correction with the points, I think it'll.
Yeah, that was
And then rehanging it after, if it is a call for a rehang, it's actually put
Yeah.
back in the air. That will stop the early shoot for the pull off the cross
Yeah.
play,
Yeah.
which I will admit was one of my plays.
Wolf, what do you thought about the flag hang?
Oh, I agree with them. It's kind of interesting to play it.
Yeah, Dennis?
Yeah,
Goat?
I preferred it. I preferred it a lot. Like you stated before, we are more of a defensive team, so it was great for us to just like put 1 or 2 lines over the cross and try to snap out the opponent before they could grab the flag. So yeah, it kind of worked in our favor, but then again, like Skeleton Boy pointed out before, like the whole point deficit. I think in the group phase in February we went 6-6. I think 6 wins, 6 losses, and only 2 of the 6 teams beating us actually hang the flag on our wall. So I think we won. We lost 4 games just by them getting the first flag grab.
Yeah, just by solely the pointing.
But that kind of
As well.
yeah, that contemplates, or I mean, that complements Bert's point as well. Because if there's 11 games played and 2 people get to hang the flag on your wall, that means you're a defensive team, but you just lose points on the flag grab.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
but please see this as a compliment and don't see it as I mean, I love seeing good defending teams. I love to see that too. I mean, it's like I love Italian football too, and it's very defensive football, but I love to see that the way how they wait their moments, and you have to go through that defense. And the biggest thing about that is how to get out of that defense, and that's a smart thing. I mean, that's what you see with the Italian football too. I mean, they stay up in the defense, but they just have 1 or 2 people in front of there, and when they're going there, they make some switches, and that's the same thing. That's why I'm trying to explain. It's like I like to see good defense teams, and not everybody is good in defense. So
we have a
Next
question. Yeah, wait, we have a question from GP here.
GP.
What's your opinion on the referee staff? So the Skelter, you go first. A GP is a ref, so take
Yeah,
it easy
I
on
know. I'm a ref. I'm a ref myself at ice hockey now for the first division and higher. So I know it's a very hard job to ref a match. But the only thing is, what I see from my experience with ice hockey and on the refs at SpeakerB is they get tired because they have to ref so many games after each other. On the end of the day, they're tired, and I understand that. But sometimes they make slappy calls on that. So, and I think that's a shame. I think if you have more refs on the field or an extra team of refs standing by, that you can switch them out, I think the calls will be a lot better on the player that is cheating or didn't know it or anything like that. And on the second day, it's the same. In the beginning of the morning, they're all fresh, and later the day, you see it's going down on their calls, and I think it's a shame.
Yeah, we
Not on the refs
noticed.
itself, but
Yeah, we that's why we planned. I think the team captain Dennis got the message then that we tried to, in the next event, we would roulate like 2 players of each team to be a referee as well. So to battle that tiredness, actually, because it's just tiredness because of
it's not only the tiredness, it's the focus. Yeah, it's about the focus. It's about the focus, and we all know that, but we still have to say that it's like, for this young sport, it's impossible. We know that we all need 12 people maybe on the field. We know that, but even then, it's not enough. Even if you 20, even when you have 20 people, you don't see every BB. But the refs is one thing. Is like, especially people like GP, all the refs there, but it's so hard for them to keep that focus, because if they can focus on one spot, it's less harder than you have to focus on 2 people. and you have to run with, and then you have to make a choice. Okay, like GP is starting from the breakout, and he has to make the decision: I'm walking through to the Dorito or to the 50, or he has to stay. And if he decides to stand between there, he has to focus on both. And that is the killing job. That's the killing job that makes you actually very tired. And that's the things where you're making the mistakes. Like when you're watching that guy, and that guy you just can't. And that's the pity of it. But we're a young sport, and it's impossible on this moment that we can have 12 people on there, because it's too expensive. That's the only thing to it. That's the thing. But yeah, you're right.
We have another question from Devilish Noob. What's the most liked tactic by Triggered? Maybe Dennis can answer that. What's the most liked tactic by Triggered?
Revealing our secrets, huh?
Yeah. They're hunting for your secrets.
Well, as stated before, we have a bit of a slower start, so we were able to snap people or shoot people off the break. And we also calculate in losses. So, for example, if I got shot out, but Skeleton Boy reached the snake, and I take out one player, it's a win for us because we take the advantage point on the field, and he has free reign to crawl up. So it's it's a bit of sacrifice, it's a bit of communication, teamwork, trying to get as much G's off the break as we can, and just gaining that benefit.
If you see, I mean, the good thing about it is that there is not a lot of history, so you don't have that many examples of people to watch to. I mean, but did you had people where you're looking up to before you started playing Speaker B?
Dynasty and Houston Heat, easy picks.
So the paintball then.
Yeah, paintball. Yeah. But I mean, they can be
but great
inspiration.
teams, huh?
I mean. But the Russian guys, I always pity the Russian guys. I mean, they are so. But okay.
Karsleaf, yeah.
Karsleaf the butcher.
Yeah. And for you, Wolf, what was that? Who was your inspiration?
I also say a paintball.
Yeah.
Just paintball.
Paintball in general.
Yeah, and do you have some in general? I mean, for you, Hutch, I think you already said it. It was Kyle. Yeah. Was one of your inspirations to do this, or are there more?
Don't put words in his mouth, Bert.
I know you already said it.
He was the phenotype that I wanted to build my play style on, so to emulate kind of him. But I, like everyone else, watched tons of NXL paintball and Millennium Series and stuff. So I mean, I've had this out with Dennis before that I like Hal Spicker and he doesn't. And he's like Karslev, and I don't. But I don't know. I like a lot of the Russian guys, but a lot of the ex-Dynasty guys as well, and even the current ones.
All right.
Skeleton Boy.
I think, the big, the Kalspeka, the Dallas, that he wins the competition by shooting out one of the Russians just before he hit the buzzer. I think that's one of the biggest moments that I thought by myself. I want to do that myself also, and I started playing Speaker B. And Tyler Harmon, he's so fast. He's one of the tallest guys in the Dynasty, but he can get so small and he's so fast in everything he does. I don't know how he does it, but I like it. So I try to be on the field also as many places as I can get and as fast as possible.
And that's the good thing about this whole thing, you know, that airsoft match, that people really like watching paintball, and they don't see it as a negative thing. They see it as a learning thing, and that's something that I'm really happy about. Is that, I mean, it's not the same as paintball, but it's related to paintball, and it's great to see that because paintball was the first official sport, and we tried to do something like that, but just with different guns and different ammunition and different bunkers. So
I think we should point out the Reapers as well, because we've done training with the Reapers. We played with them, we played against them. And if there's one team in the league that's very good at pointing out mistakes you're making, or shooting the tiniest inch of you sticking out of a bunker, that has to be the Reapers. So we also learn a lot from them. So I could say that Legion and Reapers are an example as well.
Of course.
Okay.
Good to hear. Well, because I mean that.
Yeah,
Jimmy,
go ahead.
Shut up when you want to say something. Say it.
Yeah, I wanted to make a bridge, but you're like, yeah, maybe. So
I'm excited. I'm
yeah.
so excited.
No, I want to say like now we heard about who's your like where do you look up to and who do you get inspired by, but I want to know who is your biggest rival at the moment. That's what I wanted to know. So maybe yeah, any one of you can answer except Hodge.
No, Hodge.
He
No,
can wait
no,
last.
Hodge is still thinking. Hodge is thinking.
Yeah,
I want to hear
let
his.
Hodge think.
I want to hear his first.
I don't really think we have a big rival, to be honest. I mean, the only one I don't know. No, there isn't. I love playing all the teams, and some of them are harder than others to kind of get a grasp of. But I don't know. We've had like disputes over flag grabs before, but that's game by game. He's forgotten about after that point. So.
Well, rival, I don't think.
The team I really want to beat is Legion. To be fair, I want the Knights to beat the first team. I want everyone to step up, all of us, to show them what we can do.
I really have to say something about the Ninth. I mean, that family feeling that's in that Legion team, in Legion and the Ninth Legion. I'm talking closer sometimes with Robert, with Tyson, when you're coming over, guys, and what you all try to arrange to be here with the competition and how they fill up each other. That those teams are really doing everything that's possible to be at every tournament there are. For them, is much more difficult than it is for the teams who are playing from Belgium or from the Netherlands. And I really want to point out that the positivity of that team, the Ninth Legion, wanted to beat the Legion team, but they always stay as one team, and that's great. So that's a compliment.
Yeah, we'll always be one team, irrelevant of the names and stuff like that. We started as a family, and we're a family. Like the team is a formality for the tournaments. We're a family.
Yeah.
Good statement.
But actually, with rival, the rival is the wrong name. I mean, it's the wrong word for it. I mean, it's a competitor. Who's your biggest competitor? That's
biggest competitor, Legion.
Yeah.
Yeah, them, or I'd say Triggered, S2N, Reapers. Yeah.
All the other teams.
We've been slapped by a lot of teams. So I mean, the first event we played, Hazard wiped us, and then the next event, or the last event we played, we wiped them. Yeah. So it's a weird flip flop with that. So I kind of, next event, I want to play them again, but I want to see them kind of pull it together again and kind of do what Triggered did, is go from last place up towards the top.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to do good. So.
And for you, Skeleton?
I say Reapers, because the games we played against Reapers is always so close. It's about just one flag hang or one kill on the field. It's always so close, and yeah, that's why it's for me one of the bigger rivalries in the.
And do you feel
in the
it
competition
then? When you play?
Sorry?
Do you feel when you have to play versus the Reapers? Do you feel nervous or more like energized or?
No, not really. It's more I really want to beat them, but it's not that I'm nervous or anything like that.
Talking about BB dropping, I mean that's where you learn it from. I mean those guys can shoot some BBs too, man. Those guys, if they put their lanes so hard to go through those lanes, they are. But they are not a defensive team. I mean they have a good defense, but they have an offense side too.
Aggressive.
Yeah, I love seeing them. Wolf, I want to hear from all of you.
You do. I gotta say the Reapers too. It's always interesting playing against the Reapers. And Legion.
Like ninth or first?
Sorry?
Ninth or first? Like first Legion or ninth Legion?
No, the first Legion. Sorry, Hodge.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Dennis.
Well, same picks, Reapers and Legion, and it's just because of the fact that we had draw games against them both, but never beat them. So we went like 1-1 in matches against Reapers twice, and we lost on points. And at DreamHack during the group phase, we had a 1-on-1 against Legion, but they won on points as well. But as like an individual player, my nemesis would be Luke or Loki from Legion.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. he plays my opposite brick, and the last event we had in February, I traded him out. At least I thought I did. So I called myself out. He hit me. I walked off. And then he came to me after the game going like, yeah, you just hit me on the bottle. So yeah, I was so lucky there. And I'm like, you always on your luck, man. You're like 6'6", and I still hit you on the bottle.
I saw that, man.
So from that point on, he's my nemesis.
Okay.
I saw Luke. I saw Luke sitting on the snake in the small bunker just before you go into the snake. And that guy,
He doesn't
I
fit
don't know,
there.
but he fits. He fits. He's like a snake, you know. He's going like, and he stays there, and he's focusing only on the U. So it's the cross and the U cross line, and he stays there. And the only thing is there, and you don't see him. And when he stands up, he's like 3 times that bunker. But I don't know how he's doing it. But
he's like 6'6", but he fits in the shoebox. It's like incredible.
When you see it from when you're like watching the game, and from where I stand from the commenting area, I can see him go in there. I said, like, how does he do it, man? How is he not visible? Because he has so long legs and he's like lengthy arms, but yeah, it works. So it's good.
Hey guys, you already heard about the news, I think, from what we're gonna do, hopefully in November. Did you already heard something about that or not? You had some rumors?
A few rumors, no, nothing concrete. I haven't heard.
That's a pity. It's a pity. Okay, next question. No, I mean it's you already heard that in November that we're gonna do the global invitationals.
Yes.
And we're really looking forward to that, and we really hope that the corona is over there, so we really can do it, because the community / all the Speaker Beat teams worldwide need something this year, because this year is already fucked up. So so as you know, is that there will be 12 invites on the Saturday. So yeah, it's going to be a 4 days tournament, but the Saturday will be a qualification tournament for the first 2 teams who qualify for the final. The number 1 and number 2 will go to the invitational the day after, where the 16 teams are going to play for the global championship. So I think that's something that we as a sport we really need, and especially after what we're doing there. Is it something what you guys? I heard you're talking about dynasty and that kind of things, but we want to create something where you can have once in a year, you can have that weekend where all the big guys are there. And what do you think about that idea, Hodge?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, because they do it with an XL, so they do the different World Cups. They go do 5 rounds, 6 rounds throughout the year, which can each individually win. So doing a world one where any team from any country can go together once a year to do it, I think that's a really good idea. And then I guess regionally in different countries, you would have everyone compete over a season to eventually qualify to go through.
That's the long-term vision. That's the long-term vision, but we have to start. But the long-term vision is that we have the winner of the US, the winner of Japan, the winner of Australia, the winner of New Zealand, Canada, and Europe, and etc.
But it's also a cool event. It's just to make a cool event and to connect with other SpeedQB, I think, regions. Bert, it's very special. It's very special to have maybe a team from New Zealand and Japan and Spain and Italy, like further away. So that's just awesome when you see them over here. So it's cool to make connections. We can grow. We can only grow like this, Make it.
I mean, if you see like that, guys, you already played against SYG, but what foreign teams would you like to play against? I mean, teams not from Europe?
I'd like to play against K9.
K9, from where are they?
New Zealand.
Okay.
And then a bunch of the Japanese teams. So I've been watching a lot of the Japanese teams, and some of them are.
I think we're gonna get shocked when they're coming over. Yeah.
I think by the bling they're wearing.
No, man, it's like they are ghosts, man. They are really.
Yeah.
They are ghosts.
A lot of them are quick, very, very skilled players. So I would like to play against a lot of the Japanese. Some more of the Americans. I mean, I got to play against SYG, but they're the only ones I've played against. And I've got to play with a few SYG guys, but some of the other teams like Union and stuff, I'd love to play against them.
Nice team to play against too, the Union. Good blows.
Yeah, yeah.
And
What
for you
about-
guys?
What about you, Dennis?
For me, it would be like the Japanese teams as well. For example, GTF would be a team that I would love to play against. And also Union, Unity. Just those teams would be great.
Black
And-
Fox.
Yeah,
Black Fox as well, yeah.
That's cool. Is Black Fox a team or a field? Because I'm
No.
like, is it?
Black Fox is a team. Black
But
Fox is a team.
They have a field as well, huh? I think. The
I
Black
don't know,
Fox
but I know
field.
it's. I know it's. Actually, it's a team. As I know, where that's scrapped together. I think Flipsoft is playing there too.
Yeah.
Talking
okay.
about Flipsoft, I mean that guy. I mean Japanese. What I like from him is like he's not spraying. He's so. It's a
Yes.
1 BB 1 kill, one
Skilled,
shot 1 kill. He's going for that one shot 1 kill
One
thing.
baller.
Yeah.
And that's great to watch. I mean, I really like to see the Japanese speaker B style. I wish we're gonna adapt a lot of that here in Europe because I like it. It's very exciting to watch too. I like watching it.
What about you, Wolf? Who would you like to play from, or if you could choose?
I don't necessarily think one. I like them all.
Yeah.
They're all interesting in their own way, I think.
I didn't understand. I didn't hear.
No,
sorry.
they are all interested in one way. So,
okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah. And for
Scout the
you,
boy?
For you, Scout?
I don't specifically have one team I wanted to play. I don't know. I'm not looking that much to airsoft in my free time, to say it,
Okay.
because of my work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, any team of the world, like, it should be fun.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna give
that.
that fun. We're gonna give that fun. I mean, and even if you can't play, I'm the example to tell you all, guys. Watching this sport is even it's just as exciting as playing it sometimes. And but it's nice to see when good teams playing against each other, different teams playing against each other, offensive against defensive teams. That's where I'm looking different at a match as you guys do, because I really see the things on a completely different level for me because I don't have that inner on the field experience. So I have the analytics, more the analytics way of how I see, and sometimes it's really going that way. If I think, okay, I expect it's going like that, then I really it's going like that. So watching this game developing, it's so nice to see that. So I really hope that that November is going to be Corona. We all beat Corona and Corona aside.
free.
So yeah, and from the other side, I really hope that the event in July can go through. I mean, we need something.
Still need fingers crossed. Fingers crossed about that.
So on the moment when we get the yes from Mr. Rutte, we're gonna try to do everything with the tournaments. We know we can't do it with all of them, so we will split tournaments, but so it's going to be smaller groups. We're thinking about it, how we can do it in 2 days, but do it in 2 times smaller groups, so everybody has that, but it's playing on 1 day. But we're thinking about it, and but we will inform you as soon as we know what we if we have something. So
okay, guys, to round it off, we have like one last question, and then I have one last picture for you guys after this question. But where do you see SpeedQB and Triggered in like 5 years? So like long term, Dennis.
Well, hopefully still competing. I mean, we're still building on the team. It's only been like 1 season so far, considering this season is kind of lost. Yeah, still building. Might eventually make the switch to paintball. But yeah, I mean, it's all future telling at this point. So as far as I'm concerned, we'll still be playing and competing, and hopefully remaining our top 8 spot.
Top 8, yeah, that's a good one. What about you?
Top 8 is the Sunday
what about
club,
you,
so.
Martijn? Sorry. Oh my God. Wolf.
Well, what Dennis said, still competing in 5 years. I hope we still do that.
Mhm.
See from there. See from now.
Yeah, and Skelter?
In 5 years, I hope in the top 5 of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, also still competing in the game. Still being a pain in the ass in the snake also. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Calling yourself the snake god, you have to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I am.
The cherry bow.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, is Tyson still there? Is Tyson still there?
Yeah, he's in
Tyson,
the chat. Yeah.
he's still there?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Because I promised him. So
You promised him
it's
something?
like, yeah, I just want to say that to everybody who doesn't know. I mean, I showed you guys already something earlier, but we are shut down and we can't do anything. But we're working very hard on getting the field together, and we're working hard to get the Real Strike Arena together with 3 different arenas in one arena. So actually, we're going to get 4 arenas. We have the Speaker B arena and 3 Real Strike arenas, 2 indoors and 1 outdoor. And as it looks for now, the indoors is not going to be possible for the next 2, maybe 3 months. So June, July, and August. But maybe let's hope and fingers crossed that's going to get earlier. But we already started to do something outdoors, but we can't do paintball. Sorry, can't do speed QB. You talk too much about paintball, guys. We can't do speed QB outdoors. We can do it, but then we have to rent somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I need some floating stuff and that. But no, it's so we already created something outdoors. I show it on my photo to Tyson. Yeah, still there, Tyson. Look at that, Tyson.
Should I make your screen bigger? Hang on, I'm gonna do it.
This is the beginning of Real Strike Outdoor. It's a major CQB field with idiot, crazy missions on there, and it's a 5v5 thing, and it's getting there. So I promised. Let me see it if I have some. Yeah, that kill house. There are 2 kill houses in there. So from the other side and the opposite side. So
we'll
we
post
hope
some nice
that.
pictures, huh?
Sorry.
We will post some nice pictures of that as
We're
well.
gonna post some
in the
nice
future.
pictures. So yes, Tyson. That's the outdoor field. So it's gonna be from both sides 2 big kill houses. In the middle there are some opening things. In the middle is the target. So for the people who can't play Speaker B in the next coming months, I hope this is something that will replace.
Bert, they're
something.
going crazy in the chat, man. They're saying so. There's gonna be an in-game helicopter and guard dogs.
Yep,
So
yep.
we have to invest in a helicopter and guard dogs. and
I mean,
tank.
it's getting delivered next week.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna send you some information next week because we're gonna make some films. But the Speaker B field, guys, is that all the dressing rooms are ready now. They are built now. We just put a kind of roof on there, and yeah, we're getting there. And I hope when you're coming over, it's finished. So we have to do something with that time. But it's hard. We can't work with more than 3 people. We did it. We couldn't work with more than 3 people together. So but now we can, bit by bit, we can do it a little bit looser.
Mm-hmm.
So we hope to show you soon some new pictures of in the next breakout. We will go on the field and we go a little bit more on details what we're going to do with the new field layouts. And but good. That was just something that I really wanted to show Tyson, because
only Tyson. There are 40
no,
people watching.
No. I promised him. I said to him as soon as I got something, I'll show you. So
I hope the rest closed their eyes because it was not for them. By the way, the last question I had, it was for you as well, Hodge. How do you see, yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully, still captain of the Knights, keeping us in top 5, top 6 teams. Mm-hmm. But I know personally for myself, I am going to go and venture into paintball back, try and go higher divisions next season, because this season's a blowout because of the coronavirus anyway.
Uh-huh.
But do both at the same time. Try and progress my skill and ability there, and then bring that back to airsoft and back to the team, and try and transpose some stuff from paintball into the team better.
All right.
For the players that don't play paintball.
So
and who?
Yeah, go ahead, Bert.
No.
I wanted to ask you if so you're gonna actually train and get some experience in paintball, then bring it back to Speed QB.
Yeah. So we'll play both spots at the same time, but gain more experience from paintball. Try at elite level, and then bring that over to airsoft.
Oh, all right. Well, guys, we're like 1 hour and a half going strong. Time flies fast when you're having fun. I have
again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Again, I enjoyed this breakout too. It's nice getting people known behind.
Getting to know people.
Yeah, getting to know people this way, and it's different, and it's good to keep in contact with each other. So thank you for your time, guys, and really appreciate your time. And stay focused, stay healthy, and let's see each other as soon as possible.
I have
thank you for having us. Yeah,
thank you.
Don't go yet, guys, because I have one more picture. I thought it was funny, and it's this one. I made it because you were. I don't know what you were doing, but you were looking for something, so I made a campfire there. And meanwhile, Hodge is swimming from England towards the Netherlands to come and play with you guys. I think this was a funny picture. What were you doing?
Where's the marshmallows though?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have time enough to Photoshop that in though. But yeah, that's a funny ender. So guys, if you want to do your shout outs individually, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a long one then.
What?
Well, of course, huge shout out to Combat Airsoft for setting up the whole streaming corner for me to do this one. Also, their work, as always, has been absolutely great, supporting the team and everything. HK Army for the shirts and jerseys.
Bye HK.
Bye HK. Bye HK. And of course, huge shout out to all the competing teams, the guys we love, the guys we are more competitive with, and of course the Skull Gang. Skull Gang to end it off, man.
All right. And what about you, Dan? Wolf?
No shout outs. Well, to agree with that.
I think Wolf said maybe 2 sentences, full sentences in this whole 90 minutes, but it's okay, Wolf.
Yeah. I'm not a talker.
I notice that now. What about you, Skelter?
No, there's no blah blah boom boom, Wolf.
No, the same as Dennis. Shout out to Combat, to HK Army, to Reapers as well for training there.
Skull Gang!
Also, yeah, Skull Gang. And also shout out for my mom for picking me up after the cave when I hurt.
Hodge, go ahead, man.
Yeah, for me, just shout out to all our sponsors really, like LG Media, we've got BZ Tactical, Scorpion Skins, Cubby Airsoft as well for the belts. Then like Real Strike, and obviously Bert and all the refs for doing everything they do, and then pretty much every single team that's out there. Just because without them, we wouldn't have the spot that we've got.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, we always forgot to as well.
Oh, what?
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Of course, huge shout out to Hodge for joining in and telling some cool anecdotes. And of course, huge shout out to Bert and you, Jimmy, for having us. It was great fun. Thanks.
Yeah, guys, thank you for being here.
Have a very good weekend.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye bye.
Cheerio. Bye bye.
Left.
You just
as my toilet seat. I demand a king's ransom for royalty. I deserve a mansion, I'm royalty. Address me, your majesty. To form a new dynasty. The old one was dynasty. I am your highness.